Look at that, all that flavor. All that goodness.
Yeah, ain't no fun in games. Baby, this the book of war. Tell them stay out of my mentions. Tell them to see me on tour. I'm changing the lanes. Whole squad on board. When he pull up, they applaud. When he pull up, they applaud. Ain't no fun in games. Nah.
Take the cauliflower that you bought and you're going to cut a piece and break. You don't need the whole cauliflower unless you plan on eating the whole thing, but it usually takes me probably 5 servings to eat the whole thing. And so when you cut up your piece, you're going to take off the green leafy parts. Leave the leafy parts on the cauliflower that you're not using because it helps it from going bad too early. And after you break off your cauliflower piece, you're going to just chop it up into whatever size pieces that you want in order to eat. And then you're going to put it in whatever bowl you want to use. If you don't clean your vegetables, that's up to you, but rinse them with some water. And then after you finish rinsing them, I just let them sit for a little bit, and grabbed my bowl with the egg, and I broke the egg and I added some milk to it. You can use any kind of milk. The reason that this was in this container is because this is actually carnation milk, and I did add a little bit of water to it. You don't see that, but I did add it. I forgot what I had made that I had leftover carnation milk for, so that's what we used for the egg batter mix. And so that's actually going to be what you're going to use in order to let the breadcrumbs stick. You need something for the breadcrumbs to stick to. They're just not going to just stick to the cauliflower. And so after that, I strained the cauliflower, and then now I'm seasoning it with everything but elote seasoning from Trader Joe's. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. And then I'm also adding some paprika. It's gonna seem like I'm adding a lot because of how much you see me shaking it, but actually it wasn't a lot. It was just at the bottom of the can. And so now you're pouring your egg batter mix onto it, and you're gonna shake that up in there. I do a little bit at a time because you really don't need much. You're gonna also use that same egg batter for your you're gonna use that same egg batter for your potatoes. And then after it's coated, you sprinkle breadcrumbs on it, and then you shake it again, sprinkle some more, and then shake it again. I usually coat it 1 to 3 times. I don't put all the breadcrumbs at once, just so I can make sure that it's everywhere, all over. And then you're gonna repeat the same process to the fries. You cut your fries how you would like them, and do the same exact thing. Pour the egg batter, put the breadcrumbs. And so now it's a couple days later, and I'm using an air fryer to do this. You can use an oven, you can use a stove, you can actually fry it, you can bake, you can pretty much do them however you want, but I wanted it to be healthy, and so I wanted that fried effect still, so I used an air fryer. And so for this air fryer, I put the setting on fries, and it automatically sets to 400 at 18 minutes. But I usually put the fries and the cauliflower together. And the thing is raw fries take longer to cook than a cauliflower. So I ended up putting them in all at the same time. I mean, I could have put the fries in first and then added the cauliflower, but I let the fries and the cauliflower cook. I take it out at 8 minutes, and I usually take the cauliflower out, or I'll check it every now and then let the fries cook a little bit more. And so here you see the fries and the cauliflower looks pretty bland, but I promise you it's gonna taste good. And I know the presentation is ugly, don't judge me, but we're gonna add some buffalo sauce onto the cauliflower, and we also have ketchup for the fries and a little ranch dipping sauce, because remember, we're trying to make this like we're eating buffalo wings. And this is the final product. I promise you it tastes a lot better than it looks. You can use any type of sauce. Alright, so you're gonna chop up your vegetables. I have onions, ginger, carrot, pepper, scallions, and you're just gonna chop them all up whatever size you want. I like my vegetables and seasonings and stuff like that pretty small. Then you have your stove with the pot on it, so I put some vegetable oil in the pot, and essentially you want the vegetable oil to get really hot, and then while that's also getting hot, I put water in a big pan for the pasta. So what you see now is just sprinkling some garlic into the pan, and then afterwards you're gonna see that I put the shrimp, and the shrimp is seasoned with the seasonings that I listed earlier. You can season them however you want, and then flip them over, let them cook for a while, and then after they're done, this is what they look like. I set them aside. Here you see pretty much all the seasonings that I used for the shrimp and the chicken, so if you want to go back and just pause it to write those down, I mean, I included it earlier, but. And then, so now you see the chicken with all the vegetables in there and everything mixed up. The pasta is cooking. We're going to strain the broccoli. I chopped the broccoli. It was like a big raw, what do you call it? Floret? No, floret. Well, we cut it into broccoli florets. And you're gonna add that to the pan that you had your chicken and shrimp in earlier, saved dishes, you know? And by this time, you should have put your noodles in, and they should be done and readily cooked. And also make sure to add a little bit of salt to the water for your noodles so they don't stick. And so here you see a little chili paste and honey. This actually makes a really good sauce from the pan. You can see that there's not a lot, which is really unfortunate because I hate dry food. But with everything mixed in, the chicken, vegetables, and noodles are in there, we're gonna add the broccoli. And then after you add the broccoli, you can mix it together. You can add your sauce. Since I only had a little bit of sauce, I saved it for the side, added the shrimp, and now look at the food, guys. So this is Trader Joe's sparkling water, and I actually don't like Trader Joe's brand sparkling water because it loses fizz. You have about 2 to 3 times of opening it before it's just flat, and I need more than that. Like, look, not that much bubbles. But anyways, here's the food. This is what it looks like. I had an old packet of sauce for something I had a couple days ago, so I just put that on top because, again, I really hate dry food. And this is really healthy. You can't go wrong with this meal. It tastes really good. Yeah, and honestly, if the best seasoning before you eat is smoking. I didn't say smoking, I meant praying. Guys, I kid you not, the last clip is genuinely from probably 3 minutes ago, and I'm debating if I should get more. You might as well call me Chef T. Chef T, because look at this pizza. You can't tell me nothing. Alright, so I flattened out the dough. Do it however you want. Sorry I didn't film it, but I wanted cheese crust. So I was trying something, so I put cheese inside the crust and then I folded it over as you saw me doing. And so I'm gonna this is what it looks like after it's done. And then I use Trader Joe's pizza sauce, and I just put a generous amount on the middle of it. And I think I lost footage of when I put the cheese, but y'all know how to sprinkle cheese on pizza. So sprinkle whatever cheese you want to use. I used mozzarella, cheddar, and Mexican cheese, and then I set the oven to 425 because that's what the packaging said for the dough from Trader Joe's. And this is what it looks like when it came out. Bomb, right? Boom. Pizza. And you know exactly what's in it. You know, this is more carbs, but at the end of the day, you can have a cheat meal every once in a while.
It's real good. I'll definitely be buying this again. Look at that. Look at that. All that flavor. All that goodness.
But let me know, what was your favorite meal, 1, 2, or 3? If you want cooking videos in the future, comment down below some recipe ideas.